think this too real for TV. In what ways do you grow your relationship with God? So I read the Bible often. It's a daily routine. Of course, sometimes, all days aren't the same, but I definitely love to wake up early and spend at least 15 to 20 minutes in the Word. I also journal a lot. I like to have quiet time where I just sit still and just talk to God and let Him talk back. And I also have something new that I created. It's called a G check, which is a God check. So at the end of the night, I ask myself a lot of questions that I feel God would ask me, like, where did you find me in today, or in what ways did you see me show up? Name a time you had to sacrifice your feelings to accommodate someone you love. Woo! I'm just gonna talk about Shar. Me and Shar, we have different attachment styles, I would say. I am an avoidant attachment, and it's not personal, and I'm like that just in general, but Shar is more so of a, would you say anxious attachment? Yeah. And I'm the type that can just not talk to somebody for 3-4 days, longer than that. I don't know. I just love my own solitude. And so when we became friends and we're learning each other, and for some reason, it's like, I usually will just be like, oh, anyways, I'm not dealing with this. But I really loved Shar when I met her. And I had to learn that if you care about somebody or you love someone and you want them in your life, you have to sacrifice, like it says, your feelings in order to accommodate someone that you love. And it's still like something that we still deal with and I struggle with, but I had to sacrifice me not wanting to talk or me being a avoiding attachment for my bestie. So yeah. How do you handle saying no to people you care for deeply? I'm gonna feel like I'm the drama when I answer these, because I personally don't feel like it's hard for me to tell people no, because I'm not selfish, but I'm self-centered and I don't do nothing that I don't want to do. What has surprised you in the last 6 months of your life? Jesus. Well, I ain't gonna say that one thing. The last 6 months, I would just say me being in Georgia for 2 years, and then I randomly left and went back home for 3 months. And I don't talk about what I got going on in my life because it's just, but just being transparent, I left Georgia and went back home for 3 months. And God sent me right back to Georgia. That surprised me because I thought I was going to be home for at least a year. And God was like, nah, I'm not done with you in Georgia. And I'm so happy to be back. What is something you struggle with that you're afraid to talk about out loud? The first thing I can think about, I probably would say, I'm going to say like lust. I can be doing so good for a long time and I'm thinking, I'm finally over that part of my life or walk. And then out the blue, something will show how that sin or that struggle has been lying dormant in you or in me. And out the blue, it just hit me and it becomes a struggle, like really bad out the blue. And it's like, where did this come from? And so I honestly even think in the last 3 weeks, a month of my life, it has been a really bad struggle for some reason. And it's something I just don't talk out loud about. And I don't want people to think that I'm perfect or like I got everything figured out, because I feel like we all do struggle with something that we're trying to let go of, like getting that Egypt out of us. But sanctification is an ongoing process, truly. What do you miss about being a child? Girl, not that baby. I think this too real for TV. I miss how, oh, child. I guess as you can see, this is something that I have been actually thinking about a lot. I miss how creative I was. I used to always say that dreams are for real and reality is not. And I used to literally live in my own world in a fairy tale. And so I saw the world differently. Things that I wanted to do, I just did them with no thought. I created everything in my head that I ever wanted to bring into reality. And it's like, when they say the childlike faith, it's because we see we feel like we can do anything or have anything. That's why when you ask a child, what do you want to be when you grow up? They'll say a dinosaur. And they really think that they're going to be a dinosaur when they grow up. And I miss that about myself. And it's something I honestly been struggling with for the last couple of months. It's just trying to figure out what it is that I like, or what it is I want to do. And so I just miss how, as a child, I just saw the world so big, and I feel like I don't see the world as big as I used to as a child. What are you struggling to believe God for? I want to say marriage. And the crazy part is I don't even want to get married. But this is the thing, right? I don't know if I feel that way because of just like past things, past situations in my life, or I don't know if that's something that I'm really supposed to have. Even though my friends will tell me like, no, you're so worthy and God's gonna send you somebody. It's just like, I just don't know if that's really in the books for me. And it's not a sad situation like, oh, don't feel that way. It's just, I honestly would be content if I don't get married. Tell me about a past romantic partner that is no longer in your life, but still in your heart. I mean, it's easy. I gotta say the name. I know you lying to me. I'm not saying no name. People who know me watch this, they probably know, but my first love, always in my heart, because that was like my first real relationship. That was my first real boyfriend, and we were together on and off for like 4 years, basically all through high school. After that, we still were close because it's kind of like we grew up together. We had the same friend group, like his homeboys were my boys, and we, the guy that was like my brother was his cousin. So after high school, we just was still locked in as friends, and still to this day, that's my guy, and he'll always have a special place in my heart, just in general. Yeah, so shout out to you. Love you to pieces. Love you to life. What is a guilty pleasure of yours? Okay, this is very interesting. Well, to me, but on TikTok, y'all know when people be doing live streams while they playing video games? I be watching those all day. It's a game right now people be playing. It's called like Quarantine Zone. And so they gotta check the people that come in to make sure they're not bruises or they're not infected. And if they infected, they gotta get killed. And if they sick, they gotta go to quarantine. And I just be watching them play. I was actually watching it before I came here while I was getting ready. So I love to watch streamers playing video games. Fun fact. What is your favorite thing about yourself? I think I would say my personality. Just as far as when I meet people, I love when people tell me that I'm personable and that I make them feel like they belong or that they're welcome, or that they were kind of scared at first, but once they saw me or they saw my smile, it made them feel invited. And I think my personality is something that is a gift from God. It's like he placed something inside of me that I don't even understand, because people will just say, oh, you're so this or you're so that. And I'm not trying to do anything. And I always feel like I'm not doing anything. Like, why do people feel that way? But it's like a gift. People may not like it, but it's also has given me a lot of favor in a lot of different situations. What? If you had to describe love as food, what would it sound like? Popping gum. I hate that. Okay. No, because love is God, so I won't say it sound like popping gum. But when it comes to these humans, it's definitely popping gum. Kind of God gives that people who know how to love like God, maybe like biting into a juicy watermelon or slurping ice cream. Yeah, something like that. Or it's not a food, but it's a drink. Taking a sip of an iced latte. I would say those things. Okay. Tell me about a time where you were in an unhealthy relationship and how that affected you. Let's just get this over with. That's too deep for TV. Talk about it.
I'm telling you, she came out of nowhere.